All my friends and family are telling me I should just move on and find somebody else. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Hey folks, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life. And if you're trying to get back together with an ex that maybe has hurt you in the past or you've been hurt by in the past, and your friends and family know this, you could be swimming against the tide. But the bottom line is that you need to do what's right for you. Okay? This is where I've run into so many problems in the past, and so many of the people that I work with run into these problems in the past. They want to get back together with their ex. They know they want to get back together with their ex, but their friends, their family are just against them, basically. Now, understand, your friends and family love you. They don't want to see you get hurt. They don't want to see you get hurt again if you've been hurt before. And they love you, and they're looking out for you, and they're doing what they believe is best for you. But what's best for you has to come from you. You have to decide what's best for you. So you have to ask yourself, if you're trying to get your ex back or you want to get your ex back, is that what you really and truly want? Do you really want this person, or are you just tired of being sad and lonely? You know? Because if that's the case, you could very easily attract your ex back. It happens quite often. You could get back together with your ex. He or she could come back into your life. The problem is, if you're just trying to get over the sadness and the loneliness, it probably won't last because you haven't made any changes, and that's the big important thing. Neither one of you has really made any changes. If you decide you do want to get back together, you've got to make some changes in your life. You've got to make some changes in your attitude. You've got to evaluate your relationship. I mean, I talk about this all the time. You've got to evaluate your relationship. You've got to realize what you bring to the relationship, what you bring good, what you bring bad. And you've got to get rid of the bad things that you bring along, okay? And then you've got to somehow or another convey that you're this better, awesome person to your ex so that you can re-attract them back. And that's something else. I mean, that's down the road. That's after the no contact period we talk about, where you're not in contact with them. But you've got to improve yourself. You've got to work on yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. Find the self-love. I talked about that last night in last night's video. Read some books. There's some very good books on this. One of my favorite books of all time is How to Be an Adult by David Richo. I'll put a link down below pick it up on Amazon. It's $10 or something like that. It's a paperback book. Greatest, one of the best books that I've read about, spiritual integration in with relationships and, whatnot. How to be an adult. I mean, it's a book of how to grow up, basically, at 58 years old or 59 now, Jesus. Sometimes I'm not real grown up. I go back to this book quite often and read it. I reference back to it a lot. It's a quick and easy read. Anyway, not here to book report. But it helps me. It helps me to grow. It helps me to be the best me that I can possibly be. It talks about relationships, and it has some information about how relationships, what's a healthy relationship, what's not. About boundaries in relationships, something that I knew very little about until I started really looking into. So your friends and family are going to try and talk you out of this, but you have to be strong. If this is really what you want, I mean truly, truly what you want. If you are in it just to end the loneliness, to end the sadness, then you know what? Live with the loneliness and sadness until you're over it and just let it go. That's when it's time to move on. But if you really believe that there's more to the story to tell, go for it. Hold on. And just be prepared for, to be swimming against the tide, your friends and family. Don't talk to too many people about it. That's one thing, the mistake that I made. I talked to everybody about it. Everybody would sit down long enough and listen. I'd tell them, oh, she left me, I'm miserable, oh, dump her, move on, and everybody's got different advice. And what happens is you actually know who's going to give you what advice. So if you want a particular piece of advice, you talk to that friend or that family member, because you kind of know after a while what they're going to say. So don't worry about your family and friends. Worry about yourself. Worry about your ex. Worry about the potential reunion, if one. And just take care of yourself. So a couple of links down below. Like I said, I'll put a link to that book. It's a great book. I really enjoyed it. A couple of other links to some free ebooks, 7 Simple Ways to Get Your Ex Back. Won't answer all your questions, but it'll help you get you on the path of kind of where to start and whatnot. And then there's another one called Desire Principles, which is really more for women men pull away, you know, how they can deal with that. Plus a couple of links, for one for men, one for women, for the #1 recommended Get Your Ex Back product right now that I've had, and I will be reviewing in the next couple of days. If there's something that you like here, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video. If there's something you want me to talk about, leave it in the comment section below. You want to get a hold of me, leave it in the comment section below. I've had a number of people that have gotten a hold of me, and I've sent them my private email address and been working back and forth like that. I'd be more than happy to correspond with you. So I'm just going to let you know that. And outside of that, folks, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life. Thank you.